Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah S. Andi, BS Ed for Filipino major. So, our subject for today is FS1. And in this video, I will discuss about the personality. So, if you are interested in this topic, so just keep on watching. Personality. So, if we talk about personality, it involved first the components of personality. So, there are two components of personality, which is number one, physical or biological traits and characteristics. So, physical or biological traits and characteristics means general physical appearance, size of the body, height, weight, color of hair, manner of walking, health, and etc. So the second one is capacities. What is capacities? So meaning, it is mental ability or intelligence, special abilities and talents in art, music, science, and etc. The third one is psychosocial traits. So meaning, good manners, gregariousness, extroversion and introversion, dominance, submissiveness, affluence, lifestyle, generosity, patterns of adjustments, and etc. Number 4 is spiritual and moral values. So meaning, pity, honesty, sincerity, keeping of promises, punctuality, responsibility, devotion to duty, absence of anti-social tendencies, and etc. Number 5, temperament. Temperament mean emotional maturity and stability. The ability to keep one's cool when under stress and strain. The ability to control irritability and irascibility, and etc. So now, let's proceed to the main theories of responsibility. We have 3 types of theories. So the first one is physic or body types. Letter A, Kretschmer's classifications. Number 1, aesthetic. Number 2, picnic. Number 3, dysplastic. And number 4, normal.
Aesthetic. It is tall, thin body associated with schizophrenia or schizotype temperament, a mental disorder characterized by splitting of personality dissociation, emotional deterioration, and out of ideational content. Picnic. It is short, fat body with cyclothymic temperament, a mild manic depressive psychosis involving recurring cycles of exhilaration and depression. Dysplastic, bodily defective and handicapped. Normal, has only mild forms of asthenic and picnic characteristics and has bodies and temperaments that are appropriate and accepted as normal by the majority.
Letter B, Sheldon's classifications or not confirmed. Number 1, andromorphic. Andromorphic mean prominence of the intestine and other visceral organs, round butt, weak muscles and bones. Number 2 is mesomorphic, meaning athletic with strong and rippling muscles, broad shoulders, and narrow height. Number 3, ectomorphic. Ectomorphic means tail, thin, stooped shoulder with delicate skin, fine hair, and sensitive nervous system. Number 2 types of theories is temperament type. Letter A, Sheldon's temperament types are number 1, the serotonin. Number 2, somatotonic. And number 3 is cerebrotonic.
The serotonin, it is predominantly endomorphic, loves to eat, seeks bodily comfort, sociable, relaxed in posture and movement, and slow in reactions. Somatotonic, it is predominantly mesomorphic, energetic, like exercise, direct in his manners, and loves competitive aggressiveness. Cerebrotonic, it is predominantly octomorphic, sensitive and emotional, worries much, does not like groups, and loves solitude.
Letter B, grade classification usually attributed of Hippocrates. So temperament is dependent upon the predominant body fluid. Number 1, sanguine. Number 2, melancholic. Number 3, choleric. And number 4, phlegmatic.
Sanguine, warm-hearted, pleasant, quick to react, balanced emotional excitement, predominant body fluid blood. Melancholic, it suffers from depression and sadness, unpleasant, calm emotion. Predominant body fluid is the black bile. Choleric, it is easily angered and quick to react, easily excited emotionally. Predominant body fluid is the yellow bile. Phlegmatic, listless, slow, apathetic, calm emotion and weak. Predominant body fluid is the phlegm.
Number 3, behavior psychological types. So we have here a letter A, introvert. Letter B, extrovert. Letter C, ambivert.
Introvert, it is refers to be alone and shy, withdrawn but may be a leader in a discussion if this level of intelligence is high. Extrovert, it tends or prefers to be amongst people, very sociable, conventional, orthodox, well-dressed and outgoing, chooses an occupation that deals with people like sales or promotional work. Ambivert, the normal that is in between the two extremes of introversion and extroversion.
Letter B, trait theories. Number 1, all parts personal dispositions. We have letter A, secondary traits. Secondary traits meaning when the traits are so many that they merely express isolated interests or modes of responding and are better characterized as attitudes than traits such as likes and dislikes, positive or negative attitudes towards something. Letter B, central traits. When the traits are too few to describe a person. Letter C, cardinal traits. So cardinal traits is when a person is dominated by a single outstanding traits that makes him stand out and he becomes a reference personality whose characteristics we expect others to know. Number 2, Campbell's theory of a surface and source of traits. Letter A, surface traits. So, surface traits means mostly learned or acquired values that makes man acceptable or not socially, such as honest or dishonest, truthful or untruthful, sociably or shy, affectionate or cold. Letter B, source traits. So, source traits means more innate or inborn, such as mental ability, dominance, submissiveness, emotional stability, and introversion or extroversion.
Good morning everyone, I am WAFFA RAGAYAN BS at 4 major in Filipino. Today I will discuss my assigned topic, the third part and fourth part of personality, which is the developmental theories and theories of personality dynamics. Lewinsian psychoanalytic theory of development holds that we undergo maturational scheme of psychosexual stages, and at each stage, psychological crisis occurs which is successfully lead to maturity of psychological development. Under psychoanalytic theory of development, we have two parts, which is conclusive personality and authoritarian personality. So, conclusive personality is characterized by excessive cleanliness, orderliness, obstinacy, stinginess, and punctuality. And the authoritarian personality is characterized by highly conventional behavior, superstition, destructiveness, and cynicism, desire for power, and concern over sex. Number 2, learning theories. Personality is the result of learning through reward and punishment. The things learned become habits and traits that make up an individual's personality distinct from those of others. Number 3, rule theories. Describe personality according to the manner in which the individual meets the various demands that society makes upon his role as a child, parent, man, woman, worker, and citizen. First stage position. A slave has a slave personality, a millionaire has a millionaire personality, a president has a president personality, etc. First stage position. A slave has a slave personality, a millionaire has a millionaire personality, a president has a president personality, etc. And the fourth, family, clan, household. A father has a breadwinner personality, a child has a subservient to the parents, and the head of clan must have that personality, etc. In the last part are the position and association groups based on congeniality or common interest. An orchestra members must have as such. Member of a Lions Club act as a Lion Club's members, etc. The id consists of any instinctual drives of sexual and aggressive in nature which seeks immediate gratification of primitive, irrational pressure-seeking of drives such as sex, hunger, and thirst, or etc. And the ego, this is personality responsible for controlling behavior in social approved ways. There is rational thinking. And the last, the superego. This is concise the sense of right and wrong that work according to ideal. When id predominates, man becomes irrational and commits antisocial act. And when the ego predominates, man becomes social good. When superego predominates, man does to exemptional ideal such as become heroes, scientists, writers, and explorers, etc. So number 2, Lewin's field theory. The individual is embedded in a field called his life space, which is usually his environment, in which conflict arises and that alternatives open to the individual to resolve conflicts.